And what we're going to do is we're just going to look at some of the groups in the periodic table. And so as we said, our group 1 are called our alkali metals. Our group 2 are called alkaline earth metals. The short columns in the middle are called our transition metals. The second last column, the 17th column, are halogens. And group 18 are noble gases. Okay. So group 1 are their group 1 metals are alkali metals. These are considered to be real metals. So they're shiny, they're ductile, they're very malleable. And so that's why they can be, some of them are actually soft enough that we can even squish them with our hands or cut them with a knife. They're highly reactive in water. And this is where they get their name from. And they're only found in nature as part of compounds. You will never find, for example, pure lithium in the environment. Because it's so reactive, it reacts with other things. And because their compounds are soluble in water, they're often referred to these compounds as salts. Okay, and the reason for these properties, and when we investigate more in terms of our Bohr-Rutherford diagrams, is that they only have one electron in their valence orbital. Okay, and the valence orbital is the outermost orbital with electrons. Orbit with electrons. Okay. Our group 2 metals are alkaline earth metals. These are very reactive metals as well, and they're ductile and they're malleable, but they're not as shiny as group 1. They're very reactive in the environment. They form compounds that are soluble in water. And one of the cool things about the group 2 metals, two things. One is that when we burn them, so if I were to take a small amount of calcium, which is a group 2 metal, and put it into a flame, it will have a bright, colorful flame. In fact, calcium is bright red, and they often use group 2 elements or elements in the second column in fireworks. And they have 2 electrons in their outermost orbit. They also often combine with oxygen to form the crust of the Earth. So a lot of the rocks that make up the crust are combinations of group 2 metals with oxygen. Okay, my transition metals, which are our short columns in the middle, they are shiny, they're colorful, they're ductile and malleable, and they're really good conductors of heat and electricity. And when they have lots of uses, and when they're dissolved in water, they often form solutions with lots of colors. For example, a solution with copper ions dissolved in it is a nice blue. Okay, group 17, my halogens, they're nonmetals. Okay, they are gases usually. They're very reactive, just like my group 1. primarily found as compounds or part of compounds in the environment, never pure substances, and they have 7 electrons in their outermost orbit. Okay. And then we have our noble gases, our group 17. These are gases. They're non-reactive. Okay. When we heat them, they'll glow with their own distinctive color. And they have 2 or 8 electrons in their outermost. And it's full. Okay. Now, what I would like you to do is I would like you to use the word list to try and fill this out, and also to attempt the second page as well. And we will take this up in class tomorrow.